Hello, welcome back to another episode of Chronicles of Sovik. This has been recorded, I'm recording this immediately after the last recording, so there was absolutely no update to give you. I think all I've done is spent like 2 or 3 minutes, had a slurp of coffee. So, in fact, all I've done is spun round. So we're still in the Southern Barrens, we're still questing down here at the moment. The quest we've got on at the moment is a Curious Bloom, so we're going to do that one first. And yeah, push on with our Southern Barrens questing. So let's go and see if we can find some of these flowers. Now, are these going to be quite obvious or not? Not too obvious, but I can see a couple of them over there. Again, I really do like this zone, or this part of the zone anyway. It looks, it's very sort of lush. I think the undergrowth looks fantastic. Obviously, finding flowers in here could be a little bit of a problem. But so far, not too bad. So that's 3. Can I see any others? No, so let's mount up. Any hiding in this little bit? No, there isn't. Okay. There's one over here. One of the other things I didn't fail to mention on the last recording is what are we going to do with all our gold? So at the moment we've got 120, if I can see it up there in the Titan panel, we've got 128,000 gold. Now I did say when I started doing this series, but one of the ideas, one of the aims was to try and be self-sufficient in terms of paying for WoW time, which I think we will do eventually, but I'm not sure it's somewhere. Are we going to get this one? Yeah, probably. Where I want to be straight away. So have I got enough money to buy a WoW token? And the short answer is not quite. I think WoW token on the US servers at the moment is, let's kill him, is about 140. And I've got 128. So potentially I could try and save up, sell some more stuff on the auction house. We've got Dark Moon Fair again coming up at the end of this week. Look to make some money on there and go and buy a WoW token and pay for our own game time. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I've got flying before I do this. And with the last episode, again, me talking about switching the skinning into mining, that is something which I'm thinking is going to make me a bit more gold in the sort of times when I'm not digging up, fishing up the Dark Moon Daggermoors and Firewaters. But until then, do I really want to spend all my gold on game time? Probably not. I've also, in terms of not in real life, I've still got another 2 to 3 weeks of real time still in UK before I head home and go back to Portugal. So when I'm back to Portugal, it's easier to get into a more sort of stable routine. There's no real distractions out there whatsoever, which means I can, do a recording on a daily basis rather than, the last one before the last episode was like 2 weeks prior, which isn't particularly good. So more recordings, more game time means more gold, which means that actually going and buying a WoW token is going to be a little bit easier. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to spend this money at the moment on a WoW token. I'm going to maybe just keep this in reserve. So try and keep over 100,000. I think if I keep 100,000 as a amount just in the bank in case something pops up, I can do that. And from now on as well, so as soon as I get flying, then I'm going to start looking to try and buy game time as well, using my in-game gold rather than actually using real money. Okay, so that's all of those flowers collected, Curious Bloom, and we're not a million miles, 100 yards or so, away from when we need to hand this in to this Archdruid. So let's have a wander down here. Is it a he or a she? I can't really see. There's a couple of them in this area. Okay, so that is a he. Naralex. As druids, we are tasked with protecting the balance of nature. My life's work has gone against this. In my folly, I have sown chaos, and this deviant crop must be reaped before it spreads further. So let's hand in a Curious Bloom. I'm extremely busy, Warlock. I'll take your flowers at least. Samples from different parts of the undergrowth. These will be immensely helpful. Yes, thank you, Warlock. Okay, so we've got an achievement part here, which is that Camp Unifay. And as we haven't completed Hunter's Hill, that suggests to me that we do need to go and find this one here called the Low Road, which we'll probably do right at the end. Again, we'll look to try and clear all this first. And then once we get down this area, we'll try and maybe fly back up here again and see if we can find this. But when we looked a couple of recordings ago, we just couldn't actually see where you picked the quest up from, so I'm not sure if it's glitched or not. Okay, biological intervention. The energies unleashed here have surged through the wildlife, twisting them into powerful and unstable forms. If allowed to spread beyond this grove, these deviates will wreak havoc on the existing ecosystem, devouring local prey and driving out the weaker natural creatures. You must go and cull the population of the undergrowth, return when this task is done. So we need to kill 5 deviate Terratooths and 5 deviate Planestriders, so they're the raptors. Again, that shouldn't be too much problem. We'll probably trip over these anyway. And this guy here, Muya, the disciple of Naralex. I have a few ideas on how to help heal the Undergrowth Warlock. Unfortunately, Naralex is so upset he refuses to take any more chances. So he's got 2 quests for us. The first being Adder Subtraction. The corruption unleashed here must be studied if we're to find a way of properly fighting it. Luckily, not all the creatures have been as altered as others. The smallest snakes drink little water and do not eat plants, so their exposure to the energies has been minimal. They're still absorbed enough to change coloration. Go collect these snakes from the undergrowth and return them to me so we can just see what is happening to the creatures here. So collect 5 enervated adders.
Go.
And the second quest, Lash Vine Seeds. There's got to be a way to cure these poor creatures without having to take their lives. I have an idea, but I'll need your help, Warlock. The Lash Vine plants that roam here hold seeds full of the primal energy of this place. Collect these for me and bring them back, and we'll see if something can be done. So collect 4 writhing or writhing seeds from Lash Vines. Okay, well we've probably killed about 700 Lash Vines so far, so we know what they look like. That's not a problem. Okay, is that everything we need in this area? It is. So number 2 is behind us, 3's over here, and 1's over there. So let's try and head over in this direction. We can see what's going on. Now we need to kill these. Oh, so the deviant Planestriders are not raptors; they're the birds. Maybe the Terratooths are the raptors. Again, we've still got skimming, so let's take advantage of that at the moment. Okay, yeah, so it's a mixture of the birds and the raptors. And from first indications, it doesn't seem to be a lack of them looking around. Let's grab him. In fact, we're tripping over Mob's head kill, which is good. You keep an eye for these snakes. In fact, that's a snake there. It looks like we just pick him up. Let's kill this one first. Where is this snake? Okay, 1 of 5. Good. It's good to see as well, in terms of questing, we're still not really having any issues with the mobs. The little imp is doing a fantastic job. He's actually pulling the threat as well. So, heavy leather from that one, which is nice. Yeah, so Sovik's really not really suffering much damage whatsoever. Now, whether that's because his gear's a little bit too low at the moment, and he's not doing as much damage as he should, I'm not entirely sure. That's a snake there, I saw. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's 3 of 5 of those. Pick some jade up from him as well. That one as well. Again, what I might do, as I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with professions yet. Obviously, it was only a few minutes ago I did the last recording and was talking about whether doing jewel crafting or enchanting next. I might just keep these low-level gems just in case we can use them for something. Oh, hang on a second. So, oh, the lash vine seeds. Yes, so the lash vines do not drop. All of them do not drop a seed. So that's 1 of 4. So we might have to kill, obviously, a few more than 4 just to make sure we pick up all these writhing seeds. So we didn't get one off that one, for instance. There's a mob there. Again, even at level, where are we now, 17, generally speaking, the vast majority of the time, I'm using 3 buttons. I'm using Agony, Corruption, and Shadow Bolt, and that is all I'm using at the moment on a rotation. Drain Life if we're really starting to struggle, and if the Imp is starting to struggle, Health Funnel. Did I skin him? I did. And that is it. So how much are these Deviate Scales worth? Next to nothing. And a raptor flesh worth next to nothing. And this is one of the reasons why, you know, level working probably level skinning needs to probably be given the boot. Mining is something I can do off screen, off recording, whiz around, go and collect a load of ore. Okay, there might be a little bit experience gained from doing that, but it's not really progressing any further on in terms of questing, and it will not be the goal as well. Especially when I reach maximum level, I can fly around. And that's another reason why hitting BFA at level 40 rather than waiting till, let's say, 45 and going out towards the end is a good idea, because BFAs for the next few weeks, at least for me, is current content. So if I want to fly, if I want to fly and can pick up some ore, it'd be worth just doing as much of BFA as possible just so I can get that unlocked. Okay, we've got 3 or 5 of them. This one will be 4 or 5. Again, no problem with him. More medium leather. I think if I was going to create another character on this realm, once we do everything we need to do with Sovik, we're going to create someone who can kind of assist him in his adventures and do something likewise. I think I probably would go down a sort of level working, skinning route. Was he not a Terratooth? I think it's the last one we need for this. Kill all the birds. Yeah, I think I'd probably look to do that as well. I probably would still keep with the orcs. I'm enjoying the orcs, so I'll probably keep with that. But I think that's probably what I would do. Okay, so that's all of them done. Now we still need some more of these snakes. We're only on 2 of 5. In fact, I didn't skin him. Let's go and skin him quickly. In fact, let's grab that snake quickly. So we saw the adder. Skin him. Heavy leather from him. Right, let's head back into this area where it says we need to go. Keeping our eyes peeled in the undergrowth of these little snakes. Which is easier said than done. Are we even in the right area of the snakes? We are in the right area. Okay, maybe let's head towards where these lash vines are. What's this one? What's an undergrowth? Oh, there you go. There's a snake hair in the shadows. Nab him. There's a lash vine over there. Okay, we still didn't get one off him. I don't know, these writhing seeds are a little bit elusive. Hard to come by. So when I fight him, you see there's a snake nearby. It's a frog. Again, that one didn't have one of the seeds in. That's a frog. Can't see any more up there. It says it's kind of in this strip over here, doesn't it? I don't really want to fight all these dudes if I don't need to, though. Let's try and ignore him for now. Yeah, so this area, there's a lot of mobs in here. You know, you're not going to be struggling to find things to kill if that's what you want to do. Let's head over into this bigger bubble over there. See if we can find some more of these lash vines. We certainly wasn't struggling finding them earlier on, and in the last recording. There's plenty of them there. The snakes are the ones I'm trying to keep my eye out for. There you go. There's a lash vine. Engage him. You look at the animation. Looks like he's doing loads of damage. Lots of little attacks. Oh, we've got a manual strong anti-venom, which is an alchemy recipe worth 1,000 gold, more or less. So get back and slap that in the auction house. More excitingly, there's our last snake. Let's grab that. Here's a lash vine up there. We got a seed from that last one as well, so that's 2 of 4. Hopefully the next 2 is going to be a bit quicker than the first 2. Otherwise we're going to be reaching maximum level just by killing lash vines. Again, none from that one. Keeping my eyes peeled through here. There's one, across the bridge. There's another one there as well. There's another one there as well. So there's at least 3 over on the side, I can see. What we need, still need 2. Okay. Got 1 from that, so we just need 1 more. None from that. No, I did see one over here. He is still over there. Oh, got some shoulders there. No seed though. So the vital shoulders for Fire Flash, not spectacular. They're actually an upgrade of what I've got already, and they're level 11. So the shoulders I've got are the Ivy Cloth Mantle of the Quick Blade. So +3 int, +4 stamina. So I get an extra stamina, and I get 1 more critical strike and 1 more haste. For a 21% upgrade. Do you know what? I'm going to equip them. They're not that expensive that I'm suddenly thinking to myself, let's sell them and use what we've got at the moment. Let's throw them on. Great, and we've learnt the appearance of that as well, which, you know, at this low level isn't really that important, but it's another one added to the list. Okay, so we still need 1 more Lash Vine. And there we go, last seed. Relief that we haven't got to fight any more of these. So let's go and hand these back in. Let's try and go a bit straight across country. Can we get up there? We can. And hand them in. So we are now shy 4,000 experience points, which I dare say with these quests we've got to hand in, we're going to level up again. Now we know we checked, I think it was in the last episode, last recording, that we're going to get Unending Breath, which is just nothing really too exciting. Thank you, Sovik. I'm pleased to see you return intact. The viciousness I've been seeing among these creatures is startling. That's 2,300. To harvest chaos. If I've truly sown chaos, it is time for reaping. The lumbering outgrowths of plant life shamble through the imbued stream here. God, that's a tongue twister. So they are a direct manifestation of the unstable forces mutating this area. Slay as many as you can, we might be able to slow the spread of the overgrowth further. And while you're at it, be on the lookout for parts of them that appear especially corrupted. Bring any such pieces to me. So we need to kill 5 outgrowths and find a squirming heart. Again, we're seeing them. They're the big sort of lumbering oaths in the water. Let's accept that quest. He had 2 quests to do. So add a subtraction. Have you collected enough? We'll need several for proper comparison. We certainly do. These will do perfectly. Bright colours like these don't occur naturally in the Barrens, but they haven't developed any of the other mutations so far. So that is meant we've leveled up. We have got our Unending Breath, which again is more of a situational ability than something we're going to use constantly. So let's just tuck that over there. And we've got the seeds as well from the Lash Vines, which took us about 4 years. I'm concerned by how active these are. Nevertheless, it simply means we must continue to act quickly before the corruption here becomes worse. So 2,500 experience and 4 gold for that quest. Sowing a solution. Based on what you brought me, I think we may have a solution. I've imbued Velashvine seeds with healing energies. Simple contact with these should imbue the creature's hair with enough energy to foresight the corrupted influence. Go and attempt to heal the mutated raptors and plainstriders by sprinkling the seeds on them and report the results back to me. So use the soothing seeds on 6 deviate Terratooths, which are the raptors, or the plainstriders, the birds, and observe the results for another 2,500 experience. So let's take that one as well. Now, my initial thought is it might be easy to go and find these birds to go and do that. But we've got the outgrowths as well to kill as well. So let's start by, if we see any of them, take them down. Again, these aren't particularly hard to spot because they're humongous. Big, but not overly strong. But he's taking a few Shadow Bolts. How much health has he got? 540. Okay, so that's him dead. Right, so we've got, let's try one of these birds. So we'll click on the bird and let's click on the bag. Okay, that was easy enough. I dare say some of these will fight you and not be too happy with you throwing away the seeds on its back. But the first one starts, that's 1 of 6. Now we still need from one of these outgrowths a squirming heart. So hopefully we pick one up in the first 5, so we don't need to go and kill loads of these. Not on the second one we didn't. There's one over here. They look like the swamp thing, don't they? Okay, 3 of 5 killed. Still no squirming heart. And these ones aren't too difficult to spot. Four or 5, and our squirming heart, which is good, which means we just need to kill one more. Let's give little imp a little bit of health. Let's mount up. Still using the tried and trusted Black Wolf at the moment, so nothing too exciting mount wise. Okay, let's try one of these. Wow, he exploded. Let's try again on him. He exploded. Right, we've still got 2 more up here. We still need 1 more outgrowth as well. Well, I'll tell you what, they explode. That's very simple for us. Okay, he turned friendly. Just throw this last one. That's a very simple quest. And he exploded. Right, job done. So let's go and find this last outgrowth. Again, we're in the right kind of area. There was some over in this bit over here, wasn't there? Or was there? They're in the water. So we need to head this way a little bit. Dodge past that raptor. There's one. So once we kill him, we're going to have to kill it through these lashes. There we go. Once we killed him, that's that done. We'll be able to have both those quests in. Again, it's taking a little bit longer to kill him now. I've gone up a level. Which sort of indicates to me that we might need to go and get a bit of better gear. In fact, what level are we now? We're 18. I think I've got a ring or something. I've got definitely something I can use at level 18 in our bags. So let's go and find that and equip that as well. We did this a few recordings ago. We actually had some stuff in our bags sat there when we could have actually used it. Okay, so let's loot him. Didn't have anything. Let's get back into this quest area and have a look at bags. Dodge around all these guys. And we're already 25% through this level. It just shows how quick it is leveling up. Okay, let's hand this first one back in to harvest chaos. Cutting down the outgrowth will merely buy us some time. Have you found any suspicious pieces? Here is your squirming heart. Naralex slowly takes Squirming Heart from you, visibly disturbed. I've been a fool. The one truth I do not want to accept has been staring me in the face this entire time. This foul thing is proof of that. You and I have much work to do. 2,500 experience. The Nightmare Scar. This confirms it. The outgrowth hair is not being caused by a mere overabundance of energy. Do you understand? This is beyond what happened at the Wailing Caverns now, Northern Barrens. A rift in the Nightmare must have torn open in the middle of the very land we're standing on, and to think it's my fault. I'm done picking at the edges of this wound. Go to the west, to the centre of your overgrowth, and meet me again there. We will dive into the heart of this corruption and force it shut. So we need to help Naralex seal the Nightmare Scar for a pair of slippers, which, according to this, are not better than what we've got at the moment, because our slippers we've got at the moment has got a 3 critical strike. We'll have to have a look at that. The extra stamina is nice, so we'll accept that anyway. And we've got this one, Sowing a Solution. Oh dear, it seems the forces at work here are a bit difficult to control. Please don't bother Naralex with this, it will only upset him. So 2,500 experience, and that's it. So I think we've just got one quest here to do. In fact, before we do anything, let's have a look what we've got in our bags. So I did say we had some gear. Okay, so this was it. The Twilight Cuffs of a Quick Blade, 200% increase on what we've got at the moment, which is just 3 int, and we get quite a few more bits. 3 int, 5 stamina, 4 critical strike, and +3 versatility. So let's equip them. Let's put these tatty old bright base braces down here. That's level 23. That's level 27. And this ring is level 18 as well. So we've got +2, +3, and we've got a +7. That's our best. So let's swap the +2, +3 for this ring. Which is still now, according to this, our second best, because critical strike is better than that. Let's tuck that ring down there, so it's a nice little bit of an upgrade. These are lower than what we've got already, so we don't need to worry about them, and we haven't picked anything else up, so that's fine. So, on to the Nightmare Scar, which I believe probably is going to be the last quest in this little part of the Southern Barrens. Where do we need to go? Up here it looks like. Now we've attracted company. Let's kill him before we get involved in this final quest. Okay, that's him taken care of. Do you not have any loot? Okay, let's give the imp a little bit of health. And we're up. Oh, here he is. Here's Naralex.
Alone be with you.
This is it. I can sense this was once the site of great tragedy. Mortal suffering still echoes through it. No doubt this is what the horrors beyond have seized onto. To fully seal this intrusion into our world, I must fully open it. I will need your strength to hold back whatever may attempt to come through. Are you prepared? I'm ready, Naralex. Okay. Yeah, you just said that, buddy. Let's put agony on all of these guys. Dot them down. Easy, easy. 2 big Nightmare Stalkers here. Let's put dots on both of those. And there comes, this must be the mini boss, Nightmare Mass. Corruption, agony on him as well. Okay, so this one's hitting a little bit harder than what we've been used to so far. I've actually lost some health. Probably down to about 60%. Let's do a bit of drain life. It's not going to cause any problems. And that's him defeated, Nightmare Scar. So have we done this? I think we have.
Hello.
The scar is sealed. Thanks Cenarius, the Nightmare Scar. We've done it. The Nightmare's connection to this place has been severed. The rest of the land is safe from this intrusion. The screen's flickering. It's been safe from this intrusion now, and in time the aberrations here will be subsumed by the balance of nature. I cannot thank you enough, Sovik. By helping restore order here, you have let me make amends for my foolish actions. So we get now Alex's slippers, 4 gold 32 and 2,500 experience, and we get an achievement which is Life in a Dream, which is stage 3. So let's take the next quest. I will stay here and watch over the land as it heals. Do keep an eye out for any stragglers from here. So we've got Winoa Pine Forest. While we've accomplished much here, it would be a great tragedy if part of this corruption has escaped our notice. The corridors of the Wailing Caverns stretch throughout the entire Barrens, and if another spot of wild energy has made its way to the surface, you have done enough for me though. I would simply ask that you let a fellow druid of mine know what's happened here. You will find Winoa Pine Forest at Vendetta Point, southwest of here. To speak to Winoa Pine Forest at Vendetta Point in the Southern Barrens. So again, one of these quests which is just push you into a new direction. So let's accept that. Let's have a look at our new slippers and see how good or bad they are. So it says that our current slippers have got a 17% upgrade, but we don't get the stamina which we do from there. So I'm probably, despite this being an upgrade, I'm going to use the new ones and just leave these old ones for now. It is, according to the tooltip, a slight downgrade, but I think we can cope with that. So we'll take the extra stamina to get the extra health. Right, let's move on. In fact, there you go. A family divided in Winoa Pine Forest in exactly the same area. So let's go and head over there. Now, how are we going to cut across this without tripping over all these big dudes? Let's just run it. Tried to jump over his head, didn't work. However, I think we'll outpace him. He's too slow. Okay, now just got to pick a path between all these hyenas and the raptors, of which there are several, and in fact there's some humanoids as well, some recons who we don't particularly want to fight. Let's try and keep running. Again, there's quite a lot of mobs in this Southern Barrens, this northern part of it. But we've done alright so far. Took the risk, but we didn't get dismounted, and we've done okay. These are neutral, so no problems there. Some lions up there as well. Storm Snout, who are you? Just looks like a random mob. And here we go. So we're now at Vendetta Point. Okay, so first things first, let's take this flight path that gives us quick access back to Orgrimmar and back, so we can start doing some of our auction house bits and pieces. And let's hand these quests in first. So Hez Kurge Sternhorn, who I believe is a father. So Kurge listens intently and falls to one knee. Alive, my boy's still alive. Pray to the Earth Mother, I still have a son. Kurge composes himself. Warlock, my boy's mother didn't make it out of Toraja alive. I will avenge her death, even if it means my son grows up without either of his parents. A line in the dirt. The Alliance scorches a trail of murder across the Barrens. We must stop them here, or there is nothing left for us. Across the fields of blood, there are a number of strategic hills marked by wooden towers and neutral grey banners. We must take and hold these hills if we hope to slow the Alliance advance. Looking for the towers to the north, east and south of what's left of Torajo. Claim a neutral flag and defend the hill against counterattack. So the quest objective here, capture a neutral hill in the fields of blood and defend it against an Alliance counterattack. After that we get the Robes of the Bloody Field, which is not an upgrade on what we've got at the moment due to the fact we've got critical strike and haste, but we'll accept that, and we get 2,500 experience. That seems to be the going rate at the moment. We have another quest here to hand in, which this is the druid we just picked up, the quest to see her. I could feel what occurred from Hair Warlock. It bristled every hair I have. I'm overjoyed to hear you succeeded in pushing those horrors back, and I'll be sure to scour the area for any stray, deviant creatures. So, half the experience of what we'd normally get for a normal quest. Does she have anything for us? Nope, that is it. However, this chap does. Tatanak Steelforge. Meet the new boss. Our defence of the Barrens hasn't gone well under Gardiel's command, Sovik. Garrosh has sent Warlord Bloodhilt Hare to take control of the situation. He's here in camp, and if you want to make a good impression, you'll demonstrate some initiative. Head east into the Fields of Blood and seek out Northwatch recon units. Bringing the new Warlord a stack of their merit badges will help you make a name for yourself. So the quest objectives is to kill Northwatch recon patrols and collect 10 Ferromore merit badges. I dare say that's tied into the quest where we've got to take the hill as well. We've got one more quest, which is Jorn Skyseer. Lion's Pride. If you seek vengeance on our Alliance invaders, you would do well to observe the fiercest of predators in the Barrens. The lions that stalk amongst the tall grass do so with cunning, stealth and power. Learn from their example and you'll understand the kind of war we need to fight. So hunt the plains prowlers and pride mains. Then return to me to discuss what you have learned. You will often find them in the shade of large trees. So kill any combination of 5 plains prowlers or plains pride mains. Again for the going rate of 4 gold, 2.5 hours in experience. Well, we know where they are because we saw some of them before we walked in. They're over there somewhere. In fact, you can kind of see down there the tooltip. So what else do we have here then? So we have a leather armor merchant who we can sell some of this rubbish to. So let's get rid of this. Let's do a bit of sort of tidying up. I don't think we're going to use that at the moment. Let's bin that off. We'll keep that tree in case it's useful for something. Mystery meat can go. The leather can just be put over there. The cloth will keep. I have no idea what this blood shards is, but it's 25 gold, so maybe we'll try and sell that. That's junk. That's junk. That's junk. We're going to keep the jade in case we go into dual crafting. That's junk, and we're definitely going to auction that off. So auction, auction. Those will go on auction as well, and they need to be sold as well. So that's our bag stump. And the tailoring, well, at least actually, tailoring trainer. So what do? We're going to bin off tailoring, so let's not learn any of this at the moment. It gives us the option of learning all of the Cataclysm ones, but I don't think we need this just yet. So let's just, how much of these relics? Can't really see. Tell you what, just for curiosity, and there's only 10 copper, I'm going to learn these just to see if we've got any stuff which we can make straight off the bat. So if we have, we can just use some of our current stock and just make something. So let's have a quick look. Okay, so we don't have the stuff. We need this Penumbra thread, which is 6 gold, but it's sold by vendors. And the Ember Silk cloth is 1 gold 7, and the Relic of the Past is 4 gold. So 5 times 1 is 5, plus 6, or whatever that costs. That means that's already below what it's actually worth. Relic of the Past 2. So that's 5 gold, plus another couple of gold. That's 7 gold, so again, no profit to be made there. Relic of the Past 3, which is probably now looking more like 8 gold, is 8 gold. Relic of the Past 4, probably a little bit more than that. 31 gold. That might be worth it. Again, you need to see what the vendor sell price of this is 1 gold. So 15 times 1, 25 is about, let's call that 17. Plus, these are bolts of Ember Silk cloth. Okay, so that probably means again this isn't worth making. And the Relic of the Past 5, 7 bolts of the Ember Silk cloth. The Ember Silk cloth being again a bolt at 9 gold, plus 25 of them. Again, I don't think that's worth making. 7 times 9 is 63. 25 times 1, 25. There's a little bit of profit there, but probably not that much. The bolt of the Ember Silk cloth, you need 5 Ember Silk to make a bolt. The Enchanted Spell Thread is 100 gold, but you need Volatile Fires. It's just not worth making any of them. It probably isn't worth making any of these either. So again, it just kind of shows that moving on, if we decided to keep tailoring, when we get into the Cataclysm part, 10 gold for that belt. We need 2 bolts of Ember Silk cloth at 9 gold each, and then we need some Eternia thread, which is, not that much. It's just not worth it. It's just, there's no profit in there whatsoever. Although, we could actually go and buy that when we got to level 30. So there we go. What's the net? Is that any profit in that? No. There we go. So the net is 2 gold. When you need 6 cloth to make it, it's about 6 gold. So looking ahead, there doesn't look to be anything on there. So what I'll probably do before I bin off a tailoring is just try and make some of these items here, which we've still got the materials to make, like a black mage weave vest potentially. Even that's like 21 gold. The robe is 2 gold. The headband up here, 10 gold. There's not a great deal of money in this. This has got 10 gold and missed 30 auctions of the black mage weave shoulders, which is ridiculous. Black mage weave robe is currently 2 gold with 30 auctions. So, you know, it's not looking promising with this at the moment. Okay, so what I'm probably going to do is pull the plug on this recording here. What have we actually managed to achieve? So we've now done the Overgrowth area. So we've done Hunter's Hill, the Overgrowth, and we're now down in the Vendetta Point. You can kind of see the way that it's progressing at the moment. We're going to be sort of heading down this way, and we'll probably just clear all the way down till we reach sort of the bottom tip here, like Dustswallow Marsh, which is, I think, the next zone probably just to pop into if we wanted to go and do that. Which the chances are we probably won't, because it'll be too low for us by that stage. But yeah, sort of some decent progress has been made there. What level are we now? So we're level 18. Almost level 19, leveling up far too quick. Yeah, so that's what it is. So what I'm probably going to do now is I probably at this stage will have a bit of a breather. I'll head back to Allgrimmer, throw some of this stuff on the auction house which we picked up. I might even have a little look at tweaking some of the professions we've got at the moment. I don't know, might do it at the end of Southern Barons. Yeah, the next recording will probably be at Allgrimmer just to see what we've got in our mailbox, and we'll come back here and do some more questing. So again, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like or a comment below, and until next time, goodbye.